Hello, everyone. So I have come here today with another AncestryDNA results update. So I'm not gonna lie, this one kind of snuck up on me because I was just minding my business, looking at the AncestryDNA app, trying to see if there's any new DNA matches I can make some family history connections with, and I just moseyed over to the ethnicity estimate, and I noticed that some of my percentages were off. So I was like, wait, did we get a new update? And I kept looking, and yeah, I did. Or we did get a new update, everybody who has taken the test thus far. And also noticed that there's a new tool that I want to show you all. But before I get into that, just want to do some housekeeping. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. And also, if you are not following me on Instagram, please follow me at jrenito, where you'll see me flexing in my Ivy Park, and also some Shop Beyonce as well. So, without further ado, let's get into these results. Right now is the new ethnicity estimate. So, I learned from the last one how to find the latest one. So, the previous one. So, just want to give you all a refresher of how my previous results looked before we look at the new one. So, Nigeria, 30%, Ivory Coast, Ghana, 12%. You can kind of read, just see the rest. So yeah, and just notice there's 55,000 plus reference samples in the last one. And the April 19, 2022 date, this is the day I'm recording the video. So this is just when I download it. So it's not, this is not the update. This is just my previous results before this current update. So anyway, so I just want to show you all that. Hope you had enough time to view it. So let's get over to my current ethnicity estimate, and you'll notice that Nigeria again is number one, the most percentages. So yeah, not too surprising there. Cameroon, Congo, you'll see they just got a little bit more, I believe, from last time. Yeah, a little bit more, like 4% more. Actually, Nigeria actually went down a little bit. Okay, so, and also Ivory Coast, Ghana went down a little. Benin Togo, I think, increased a little. England and Northwestern Europe, I think that one decreased as well. Okay, Wales, I think that increased. Let me see. Yeah, that did increase. Yeah, wow. And then got Mali, got Senegal, Germanic Europe. Norway went up a little bit. Scotland, I think that went down a little bit. Yeah. And Ireland went down a little. And the Baltics, that was the last time. I was like, where did that come from? I think it really probably just went into either Norway or Germanic Europe. Um, but the coolest one that I saw that I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen this one before. And I think mainly because this is a new region that Ancestry DNA, I think, created, I don't know if it was last time or in between last results, but our last update. But this new Egyptian region, which is kind of funny because I always, back when I was really young, before I knew anything about ancestry DNA testing, I was like, oh, I bet you have some Egypt ancestry or whatever. So it's kind of neat to see this one, and it's funny though or interesting rather, because when I first got my original ancestry DNA results back in, I think it was March of 2015, I believe, the my 1% or less 1%, maybe it was Northern African or something like that. So or North African, I think they called it at the time, and it really had pretty much this area covered. I think it was all this area actually at the time. That was just like one big region. And then the next update, it went away, and then the third update, it North African came back again, then it went away, and now it's kind of back again with the Egypt 1%. So I love it. I pray that it stays because I really do love just Egyptian culture. I've been doing Kemetic yoga. For those who don't know, Kemet is the ancient name for the area that we know now as Egypt. So yeah, I just love the Egyptian culture. Um, but I did want to just tell you something. I just wanted to kind of show a new feature that has been introduced. And also, by the way, these current, let me click on this real quick. This current ethnicity update is similar to the last one, 55,000 plus, as you can see, 55,000 plus reference samples, and 1,500 plus possible regions. This isn't really, the previous one isn't, I can't remember what the grouping was, how many regions, but that's there. Here is what they're pulling from. So, but anyway, I want to show you this cool feature that kind of makes you question the Egyptian one a little bit, but it's just inheritance, ethnicity inheritance. So pretty much, regardless of if your parents are taking a DNA test or not, AncestryDNA has had this new tool that allows everybody who's taking a DNA test to see what part of our results come from what parent. So for those who don't know, we get 50% from our mother, 50% from our father, and it's not an even split, but especially if we have siblings, because my brother took a test as well, and we both have the same parents, and we have different results and different regions, but they're similar. So anyway, this is really cool. So I'll just show you this. And again, both my parents are taking the DNA test, but Ancestry is not pulling from their results; they're pulling from my results. Let me move me out of the way a little bit. So you can kind of see it's really cool because if you just click on like one, it will show you what one region. It'll show you like what region. If I want to be like, oh, how much African do I have? I can click on all the African regions and see what I'm getting from which side of the family. So it's like really cool and helps you delineate. So like this Egyptian one that I've been excited about comes from parent one. Now, again, I know my parents' results. I look at their DNA results like all the time. So I know this is my mother's side and I know this is my father's side. Now, I don't know. And I looked at my little brothers as well, who took the test, and he has North African instead of Egypt, which is pretty similar if you look at how Ancestry is, the regions the Ancestry has. But anyway, it also comes from parent one. And I looked at other things to confidently say parent one is my mother, just knowing my own family history. But I don't believe, because they even said in the Tell Me More section here that their AncestryDNA is not saying parent one is definitively mother or parent two is definitively father. And I believe I even looked at a cousin of mine, and who's like my mother's nephew, and her brother's son, essentially. And I feel pretty confident that parent one is like maybe always mother, but I'm not sure. AncestryDNA again did not say it was mother, but for me and my brother especially, I definitely know parent one in these cases is definitely my mother, and parent two is my father. So yeah, it's really cool. So click all, you can just kind of see now what I have and what I'm getting from which ones. And these are the regions color coordinated. So Nigerian majority came from my father's side. Cameroon, Congo mainly came from my mother's side, which makes sense. And what's it Ghana? But also, I mean, it kind of shows where they both gave me some of Nigeria. They both gave me some of Cameroon. Well, actually, my mother only gave me Cameroon, Congo. So it's just really cool to play around with, and just another cool feature, just to see like what I inherited from who. And again, your parents know how to take the test to see this. I think Ancestry will say this in their explanation, that'll help understand which parent is who. Like I know because I both of them have taken the test, so I can make sense of it. But yeah, this is really cool. Again, I really pray that the Egypt stays because it's funny, and the reason why I want to just say this again, this is my mother's side, and when I look at her results and my father's results, neither of them have North African or Egypt. So my little brother has North African, and I have Egypt, and we're both is at 1%, and we're both coming from parent. Actually, my brother's comes from I think parent one and parent two. So what I'm thinking, because both of them have Mali, and if you look, I'll show you back at the Mali region. So you'll see with Mali and the breakdown that Northern African, this is what Northern African pretty much is, and it kind of kisses a little bit the side of Egypt. You'll notice that Mali is there a little bit. So I'm thinking this Egyptian could just be coming from Mali, but again, when I really got the test back in 2015, I had North African. So maybe they're trying to figure out as more as they're getting sophisticated with this test, what region comes from what, and they're trying to differentiate what region has what and as compared to my DNA. So I'm thinking that since both my parents have Mali regions, that my little brother and I inherited something that they're saying is North African and Egypt. So who knows? I hope it stays. I love Egyptian culture. Um, but yeah, so thank you all for watching this, and there you have it.